Yeah, no, this thing, mine are all like that.
How's the, is it crinkling?
No, right now I'm not using the mic.
All right, so whenever you're ready.
Hold on a second.
Is this okay?
Yeah.
Okay, you want me to go?
Yeah, whenever you feel
Sure.
free.
Okay.
Okay.
So, okay.
Wow, this is, okay, I didn't expect myself to get really anxious about this.
20 people in here get to hear all of my fucking worst things, okay.
All right, what do you need to know? Just so you basically just want to know, well, what is the question, really?
Okay.
That's okay. I think I've got it handled.
Okay.
Worrying is something I have plenty of things to do.
But it's hard to pick just 5 because you have so many.
Life is so full of problems. And
Now who's going to interview me?
Are you going to ask me things, or it's like monologue or something?
You want me to say like my name and...
Introduction, or just...
Do I read them just like all at once?
So did you want them ranked?
Should I number them? Do you go like number 1? My number 1 worry is...
Did I just say the 5? Or...
Can you hear me?
That's such a cute little microphone.
Do I have to look directly in the camera or can I look above it?
Shall I speak with you or the camera?
Wherever you want. Do you say go or just start?
So I can go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay. 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 Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay, cool.
Cool.
Yeah, go ahead.
My name's Reyes. I'm from New Zealand.
My name's Judy.
Hi, my name is Darlene.
Hi, my name is Ted.
Hi. I guess I'm here to read my 5 worries.
Les 5 choses qui m'inquiètent le plus dans la vie.
Okay, my top 5 worries.
5 major worries.
Here are my 5 worries.
The 5 things that I worry about.
All right, these are in no particular order.
In no particular order, but numbered.
And I had to reach because I don't think I'm someone who worries about much.
And when I was asked about 5 worries, the first 3 came to mind very quickly, and then I actually had to stop and think, and this whole process has actually given me time to be reflective, so it's been positive.
It's weird being here because I worry all the time, and actually I have an anxiety disorder that makes me worry, and I take medication and counseling, but sometimes I think we worry unnecessarily.
I do not have any real worries. I truly don't.
I like to pretend that I don't have many worries, but I do.
I worry about everything, actually. I'm known as a worrier, but I don't know, just simple things like people seeing me, I don't know, just going out in public makes me quite anxious, just thinking like, what are people thinking when they see me? What do they see? Because, you know, everyone is kind of self-conscious like that.
I worry a lot about what people think of me in terms of do they take me seriously or not, or in terms of whether they think I'm younger than I really am.
And I worry about what other people think of me. I worry that people think of me as poorly as I imagine they do.
I worry about people's perception of me, whether they think that I'm smart or stupid or, you know, a kind person or not. It doesn't keep me up at night, but it is something that I think about.
I worry that people only accept me because I'm excitable and funny, but if I were to be down and calm and not excitable, then they won't accept me, which happens sometimes.
I worry that I'm not really talented and people just don't want to tell me because they're being nice.
I worry that people are just being nice when they compliment my singing.
Well, I mean, you know, do people like me? You know, is my work any good? You know, that kind of stuff.
I'm worried about how I look to others.
It's always down to, you know, are they looking at my shoes? Are they judging me on my shoes? Are they judging me on what I'm wearing? Are they judging me because of my hair?
My hair. I'm worried about my hair.
I actually quite like the salt and pepper gray that's coming into my hair lately. And my worry, truth, is that it's actually going to be a completely pepper situation.
I worry that my hair is going to thin to the point of no existence by the time I'm 50.
I worry about male pattern baldness.
Then we get into the vanity worries, which are people thinking I look old.
Getting older, looking older. It sounds ironic, but everybody in my family looks really young for their age, so it's an expectation, I guess.
I'm quite ashamed to admit that a lot of my worries are around my body and my appearance.
Most vain worry is connected to body image and figure and looks.
I worry about getting fatter.
I worry a lot about my weight.
And I worry that no matter how hard I try, I'm not going to lose any weight.
And I fear gaining weight, but I eat whatever I want all the time.
And I'm worried that I'm not healthy enough. One day I want to be vegan, the next day I want to be raw food diet, don't want to eat meat, and yet come from a family that always throws steak at you.
I worry that I eat too much popcorn with too much salt on it, and I'm going to die of a heart attack one of these days.
I worry that I may have drank too much coffee.
I'm worried about my sugar intake.
I'm worried about not being able to come to terms with my diabetes.
Seems trivial, but it hurts. Grinding my teeth. I worry about grinding my teeth because I don't want to really lose my teeth before I'm 40, because I don't like that idea either.
I'm worried about STDs.
I worry that the cyst on the left testicle has significantly decreased my chances of producing multiple spawn.
I constantly worry that I'm pregnant, even when it's physically impossible, but especially when it's not.
I worry about my health. I'm not terribly worried about it, but I focus on it a lot and try and get the most out of it that I can. And I guess if anything goes wrong, which things have gone recently, they get me worried.
My health. I think I'm skeptical that I'm as healthy as I am, and I worry that maybe it's not the case or it won't stay that way because it wasn't for a bit.
I worry that I will have health issues in the future that will prevent me from living an active and healthy lifestyle.
I worry that when I get older, I'll get Alzheimer's disease like my grandmother.
The health of myself and my family. Unfortunately, I don't come from a very strong medical gene pool, and my DNA is of the wonkier sort when it comes to health and medical issues. So typically, if something medically goes wrong with me, it's usually the way far bad end of the spectrum rather than your run-of-the-mill spectrum.
So I'll start off with my most frequent worry, which is the fact that there are so many man-made chemicals, everything from sunscreen to pesticides to plastics, and not even half of them have been tested on human beings. So I feel totally powerless to cancer, and I feel like the bunch of us are just waiting to get cancer, and there's nothing we can do.
I worry that the birthmark on my shoulder that's getting a little itchy is turning cancerous.
What kind of cancer I'll inevitably get. It's going to be one. Which one? Can I fight it? Can I beat it?
I worry about me or people I love getting cancer.
Like today, I put an entire bottle of sunscreen on, and while I'm doing it, I'm thinking, this is so bad, this is so unnatural. I'm totally powerless to cancer.
I worry about my health because I've been having some health problems recently, and so I worry about what the future holds for me and how my future will look like and how much it will affect me. Also, it's a big sort of unknown still. It's been a long time that I've been sort of in the diagnosis phase, so everything seems sort of unknown and a little bit frustrating.
I worry about the 2 white spots the neurologist found in my brain and what that is, and hopefully it's just nothing, 2 white spots.
And I also worry that I won't be able to carry my children because I already have a really bad back and shoulder pain, and I'm afraid I'll never be able to hold them or carry them in my arms.
I guess the number one thing that I worry about is health, specifically cancer, specifically people I love getting it, like my wife or my family or my friends or myself. And I guess that ties into death, which is a worry.
I worry that I'll die a long and torturous death.
Strangely, I have a fear of falling off a building. Yeah, vertigo, it sucks.
Vehicular death. Death by means of car crash.
I fear death sometimes, but not on a regular basis. I actually feel like I'm going to live to an old age, so it's mostly just cancer.
And then the other thing that I worry about is my parents and their ongoing health, physical and mental specifically, and emotional. Even though they're good today, I worry about their tomorrow sometimes. So
I also worry about my parents and kind of their
like they do amazing things and I really respect them, but I kind of wish that sometimes I worry that their choices aren't entirely sustainable. And I worry whether the things that they've built will be able to kind of keep going, and so that's something I worry about. And I think that I'd like to, get into a position that I can help them.
I worry that I'm not financially responsible enough to support my parents the way I want to.
I worry that my father becomes bitter after his retirement.
I worry about my dad because ever since my mom passed away, he's kind of been alone. So I just gotta worry and make sure he's okay.
I worry that my dad will get Alzheimer's because his mom did.
I worry that both my mom and stepdad will both get Alzheimer's at the same time and I'll have to care for them.
My number one worry is my family. I worry about them a lot. I worry about my parents, my siblings, my grandparents, their health, their happiness.
Worry about my family and their health and happiness, especially my brother, whether he's ever going to find a nice, normal girl that isn't crazy.
I do worry a significant amount about the well-being of my friends and family.
My fifth worry was Mustache and Scout. They're my two cats, and I do worry about them. I worry whether they're happy. I worry about just whether they're okay and if they've eaten all their crunchies. Yeah. Or, where are they going to go if I needed to move? I don't know, something like that.
I guess third, I worry about my girlfriend's health every now and then. Yeah, that's something that I worry about.
I have a great niece and a great nephew, and the parents, they don't have a lot of money, so it concerns me that my niece and nephew, great niece and nephew, are not going to have a lot of the opportunities that I had when I was growing up.
My daughter's future, happiness, my mother's health.
I worry about my kids, my family. I worry that my daughter's going to be happy and that she's going to do okay in life, and same with my son, that everything is going to be okay for him.
I have 2 children and I worry about them. I guess worry about their struggles and what they'll be struggling with in the future, because I struggled so much to get here where I am today. I'm a nurse today, and it was a long battle to be where I am. I'm happy where I am today, but I'm just worried about my kids and their type of education and if they'll get a job.
My next worry is always my family. If anything, my husband's health is a big one. And then if anything would happen to Jennifer, that's, my daughter. Take out the word Jennifer. If anything would happen to my daughter, like she would lose her job or get injured or have a health problem, anything along that line. That's always a big worry for me.
A concern for my children's future, because I'm a parent and you never really stop worrying. Like 80-year-old mother will still worry about her 60-year-old son. That's just part of being a parent.
My next worry, which is a bigger one, are family issues. My mom is 77 and she's getting older, and unfortunately when she does die, there are going to be some family issues, taking care of a family member that I will end up being involved with heavily. I tend to be somebody who likes to think about everything and make plans in advance, and this is one time I'm probably going to be dealing with some problem, a big problem, pretty much when the time comes. So that does worry me, and at 77 I know my mom is not going to probably live for another 20 years. So the problem as I get older seems to be coming sooner and sooner, so it's always sort of looming in the back of my head when I go home and spend time with my family.
Worry number 1 is that I will grow distant from my family, especially my parents.
I'm worried about losing touch with my parents and not seeing them enough and not really talking to them as much as I should.
I worry about my mom. She's worked really hard to make sure that her kids have everything that she didn't have and more. And she had me when she was really young, so she's kind of always just constantly struggled, worked 2 jobs, sometimes 3, just to make sure that we have everything. And I worry that I'm not going to get the chance to repay her, that, she might not be here as long as I'm here. And I want to be able to say, here, Mom, here's this, you know, house, like relax, stop working. And I just worry that I might never get that opportunity.
I worry that my mom is getting older and closer to death.
I worry about my parents getting really sick and then dying and watching them die.
My dad dying.
I worry that my life will fall apart when I lose my parents.
I'm afraid that I may still be here tomorrow and my dad may be dead.
I worry that my fiance is going to die before me and I'm going to be lonely when I'm old. Sorry.
In 1992, I was working in Europe, marketing computers. My wife lived at Young Eglinton Center. She went out for a supper and a stupid asshole cop from Toronto was chasing a kid of 16-year-old who took a van for a joyride, yeah? And they killed my wife. And that was in 92, Victoria Day. And these assholes, sorry, may I use that language? Yeah, they never even issued a 2-sentence letter of apology say, oh, sorry that we did that and you lost your wife, you know, as an innocent bystander. She was just having supper at Shoeless Joe on Eglinton, opposite Oriole Parkway. Capiche? So that's number one. And if I don't get the apology from them, I'm going to drag their freaking asses all the way to International Criminal Court. And that's number one, plan A. Don't ask me for plan B. That's going to be very nasty then. But, okay, so that was number one. So I need an apology. Even the Premier of Ontario wrote me a letter, oh, I should get a lawyer or some shit, yeah? So get a lawyer for what? To get an apology? You must be freaking out of, you know. All right, no, that's the main issue. And they better apologize or else they are going to go nuts. Because I'm going to get them sooner or later before I die. So either they kill me or I'm going to do them in. But first I go legal way. Sounds cool? Dangerous too, eh? Well, I'm not kidding. I have a good military training and I know how to do it. So don't worry about that. Okay, next.